Sure, let's leave a loaf of bread. You got one? What do you have as a gift? I wish I had brought something with me, but I don't really own anything that would make a proper gift, anyway. Well, it's the intent behind the gift that matters more than the actual gift. As long as I'm honoring the fairies, they'll appreciate it. You know who says that? Poor people. Which I think she just said she was, so I guess that makes perfect sense then. That's what Father would say. I guess he really was a big child deep inside. I think I'll weave a wreath out of some of the flowers here. I'm sure the fairies would appreciate it. It's coming along nicer than I expected. It's been such a long time since I did anything like this. It feels a little nostalgic. It's funny how when we grow up, we start rejecting things we consider childish, only to return to them later with great joy. Oh my God, nap time. Nap time is one of those things.
Mom, I don't want to take a nap. I want to stay up all day.
Man, you hit a few years later, it's like, dude, if work could be done so I could take me a friggin' nap. Oh. Nap time. Why am I still awake? Nap sounds great. Oh yeah, 'cause I'm playing Cinders. I think I'll leave this wreath under that old oak. That's where Father always left our gifts when we came. I spent too long here already. I need to get into town. So it looks like we have, completed the forest zone. So now the town is active. Could I have taken another trip that would have gone to the cemetery, or will the cemetery become an available option later? Anyway, we'll go into the town. I would like to get us back to the crux of the story that we were at the beginning before we Quentin Tarantino'd back, just to get a taste of where the direction overall is going. Because right now, I mean, it's a really cool game to look at. I am enjoying the way the story's progressing along, and I can definitely see already that there are some crucial possibilities for completely altering the story from a path that I have not chosen. And I would like to really see what those are and what kind of trouble I could actually get myself into playing this way. There are quite a few people out there that have actually gone and mapped out, like literally sat down and drawn through a possible map of all of the story for this game. I do not like to do that myself. I would rather actually just sit and play it and kind of go with what I feel at the time, kind of like I would do with those books. You know, 9 times out of 10 on a choose your own adventure, I would end up on the same ending. I would take a completely different path there, but that to me just says something about me, you know, and that I would always kind of lean towards a certain option. So, you know, to get to that 1 out of every 10 times where you got to a different ending, you actually had to make a conscious decision to push away from your answering tendencies. You know, sometimes you feel like a badass and you're all like, F the man, of course I'm gonna do my own thing. And then, you know, you do your own thing right into a wall with your race car and you blow up because the mechanic snipped the brake line. Yeah, sometimes you gotta fight those tendencies to do what you would like to do and to actually explore the other opportunities that the story has, which we will continue getting into right now, where Cinders says, finally at the town. I should probably head straight to Tobias's shop. Yes, you should. Tobias Funke. Strange, what's that crowd over there? Everyone seems to be surrounding that building. I wonder if someone around here can tell me what's going on. Excuse me, ma'am, could you tell me what the crowd is for? Oh, child, haven't you heard? A bunch of good-for-nothing thugs took their hideout there. Bastards kidnapped a child. I'm sure you know it's market day today. A lot of folk come into town to trade their wares, but there's also the unwelcome element, you know what I mean? One of the merchants caught some ruffians red-handed stealing from him like it's no one's business. So we naturally grabbed whatever pointy thing came in handy and made sure these lowlifes know we won't take kindly to thieves in this town. But those scum grabbed a child and locked themselves up in that house. They're threatening to kill the brat if anyone tries to enter. That's horrible. Oh, the poor mother. Thank goodness some lads noticed Perrault, the captain of the prince's guard, drinking in the inn. A few men went to fetch him from the tavern. He grabbed that blade of his and went to the house without saying a thing. I wish that good-for-nothing husband of mine would be so brave, but he's only good for drinking and complaining, I tell ya. Doesn't sound like you're much different, but, you know, okay. It's been silent like a graveyard in the night since the captain went in. Who knows what happened there? Oh, such awful times we live in. That truly is sad. Thank you for telling me. I hope that child doesn't get hurt. If the captain of the guard plans to fight, it's sure to be dangerous in there. Wait, everyone has stopped talking. Did something happen? Someone is coming outside. Is that the captain of the guard? The child is safe now. Someone get rid of the bodies. Dude, drunk badass went in with a sword and just like ginsued everybody. That's awesome. We're just gonna call him El Capitan. Wow, did he just take care of an entire gang of bandits on his own? He acts like it wasn't even a big deal. Dude, girl, you see that scar on his face? He didn't put that there himself. That dude has fought. A little skinny, but he fought. He just disappeared without even waiting for any thanks. It feels as if he doesn't even care what anyone thinks of him. I'm intrigued to know what sort of man could do something so heroic and yet remain so emotionless about the whole thing. I smell a romance novel. It looks like the child has been reunited with his mother. What a relief. Uh-oh, I'm running late now. I better go see Tobias right away. Hey, the Funke shop. Tobias's store is neat and well organized as usual. From the look of things, he's been doing well for himself. I guess he was lucky those thieves didn't decide to rob this place instead of one of those poor merchants at the market. Hey, welcome, Cinders. Is everything all right? You seem a bit pale. I've just witnessed a terrible scene in the market. A group of brigands kidnapped a child and barricaded themselves in one of the houses. Heavens, did someone call the guards? Where were you? Luckily, the captain was nearby and resolved the situation quickly. With his sword. That's what she said. As messy as it may seem, that is his job. Glad to hear everyone's all right. Not everyone. He killed all those men. I don't know how to feel about it. You always had a gentle heart, Cinders. Have you missed it? Well, it's been too long since you last stopped by, that's for sure. How have you been? Much the same. Carmosa works me to the bone every day, and there are times when I wish I could just disappear. But I manage, and there are days that make me happy, like today. I'm so glad to see you again, Tobias. It looks like your shop is flourishing. It does well enough. I hope you know that you can come speak to me anytime you want. Tobias. We used to spend so much time together when we were teenagers. Now that we're adults, it seems like we hardly even catch a glimpse of each other. It's really a shame. You're right. It feels like childhood friendships disappear once you mature. It's hard to keep them alive sometimes, even when you have the best of intentions. Ha ha, such a true statement. But I assume you didn't come here just to remember the old days. Sadly, no. I'm on an errand for Carmosa. I'm here to pay you for... well, whatever it is she asked for. She's being very secretive about the whole thing. Oh. That? Now I'm even more curious about this errand. Ooh, ask him. Seems like he'd do about anything for you. So what exactly did Carmosa ask you to do anyway? It sounds mysterious. I'm afraid I can't tell you. Why not? Well, I promised Carmosa that I wouldn't tell anyone. I would like to keep my word. Also, it's basic business ethics, Cinders. Oh, push him hard. Carmosa isn't worth such honorable treatment. She doesn't treat any of us nearly as well. That may be true, but I gave my word. Carmosa might not be honorable, but I certainly am, or at least trying to keep my standards. Grammared. Oh, but you can tell me. Remember how close friends we were as children? Why can't you just tell me? For old time's sake. Oh, this girl is trouble. I gave my word. A promise is a promise, and I intend to keep it. It's about keeping my honor, and it doesn't matter if Carmosa is a good person or not. Now, please don't ask about it again. Please tell me there's a button to ask about it again. Crap. Fine, I understand. Anyway, Carmosa said that I was supposed to give you some money for this job. That's true, but I'm surprised that she would send you to pay for it. She said something about not having a choice. How much does she owe you? Around 200 sovereigns, I'd say. Just an estimate? That means Carmosa and Tobias haven't agreed on a set price yet. If I could negotiate a discount, I might get in Carmosa's good graces. Or just get some money for myself. Ooh. Appeal to friendship. That hasn't worked. Let him have full price. Why? He wouldn't tell you anything. Haggle. It's a good option. Bust his balls a little bit. Be seductive. Absolutely bust his balls a little bit. We're gonna do that one. Oh, it's 200 sovereigns? That was the original estimate, yes. Aw, it's that much? Even for me? I'm not sure what you mean. His cravat's too tight. You and I go so far back, and I've always thought there was something special between us. You know, a spark. I thought that with a relationship as close as ours, you'd treat me differently from Carmosa. Well, a customer is a customer. That may be true, but I like you more than your other customers do. Don't you feel the same way about me? Wait, are you trying to charm me, Cinders? Because I think you're really overdoing the whole flutter your eyelashes business. Oh, I like this guy. He calls bull. It's not like I've had a lot of chance to practice, so you better start appreciating my efforts. Alright, funny banter, I like it. Ha! I'm just trying to give an honest criticism here. Friend to a friend. But sure, you are special to me. I don't suppose 175 sovereigns would satisfy you. That sounds perfect. It's so sweet of you to lower the price for me. Ha! I'm really shocked. You were never like this when we were children. You changed. You mean... There's no mistaking you for a child anymore. You've definitely become a woman. I feel like I may have to cut this off because it's making me uncomfortable. Oh, well, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. It was meant as one. I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but you're really not so different from Carmosa. What are you talking about? Yeah, dude, piss her off. That's good. You tried to get me to lower the price, even though I'm your friend. So, that doesn't mean I'm like Carmosa. That woman is cruel and manipulative. Ooh. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. But you only see one side of Carmosa. Her life isn't easy either. She's a single woman working to keep her house from falling apart. It's not an easy job, but she's very good at it. That takes a lot of hard work and sacrifice. I think you're a better person than she is, but you both have the same spark. You're clever and you know what you want. You'd be a good leader. I suppose you have a point. I never thought about Carmosa like that before. People aren't simply good or bad, and those who do bad things usually have a reason for it. You really are a wise man, Tobias. I've always liked you. Whoa. I must have hit a button because it scrolled back. Doobie-doobie-doobie-doobie-dee. I've always liked that about you. I'm happy I could see you again. Yeah, it's that whole up mouse button to scroll back thing. The pleasure is all mine. I hope that you come again soon. I'll do my best until the next time we meet then. Oh, I almost forgot.
What is it?
Please tell Carmosa that I'll fulfill my part of the deal soon, and she should expect my representative to come by sometime tonight. Sure, I'll let her know. Thank you. Oh, and by the way, I had no idea you have your representatives nowadays. It comes with the trade, I guess. Start throwing coin around and suddenly you find yourself surrounded with people eager to run errands for you. Oh, burdens. Coin, you say? And I thought it had more to do with your magnetic personality. I used to be magnetic, but it made trading in metalware much too risky for me, so I stopped. Ha! The funny. The funny. People do tend to underestimate the pain caused by fast-flying cutlery. As a former kitchen worker, I agree. There was a time in my life when I was forced to eat with my hands, but I prefer not to speak about it. I've missed our talks, Tobias Funke. Me too, Cinders. Hope I'll see you again soon. I hope so too. Take care, friend. And I sincerely hope that in my next couple of clicks I get another option and that we get a little bit more resolution to the story, because I don't know honestly how much of the story there is, and I don't want to take up too much of it. And I've gone over the amount of time I was gonna play already, but I'm actually having a more enjoyable time of this than I thought I would. That's not to say that I wasn't planning on enjoying the game, but, you know, I thought I'd be way over it by now, because, you know, I haven't blown anybody up yet. Alright, back to it. I really miss the old days when Tobias and I played together. I'm so glad that I could see him again. Your every decision matters. The branch icon appears when the current events are a consequence of your earlier choices and could be different on another playthrough. So that was that little deal that was sparking in my upper right-hand corner. Oh. And I even have an extra 25 sovereigns for myself. I could stop by the tavern and treat myself with this money, but if I brought it back to Carmosa, I'm sure she'd appreciate it. Ooh, should I do something good? You know what, we're gonna go ahead and bring the money back and see what happens here. Okay, so, well, no, hypothetically I can go to the forest on my way back, or I can go to the residence. I'm gonna go straight to the residence. See if we can't get a little closure on this so we can call it a night. And you guys can go get a copy of this for yourself, and then you can go play it. If, in fact, a couple of links are live to this game or to any of the bundles that I've seen the game in, other than necessarily straight through the manufacturer, I'll go ahead and post those around as well. But I am primarily going to just direct you to the developer site, because they've got a pretty cool site and you should all go see it and check it out. Anyway, whew. The journey back to my house was much too short. I'm not looking forward to facing Carmosa or my sisters again. At least I got a rare reprieve from their insults today. I wish it had lasted longer. Oh, and here we go, up in the upper right-hand corner. I'm terribly late. Carmosa told me to hurry back, and it's nearly nightfall. I'm sure she'll skin me alive. Cinders, do you have any idea what time it is, you useless girl? Where have you been all this time? Well, we've been playing it pretty bratty the first half of this, and now let's all of a sudden go ahead and flip it and try and play nice and see what happens. Let's apologize. I apologize. There was a lot of commotion in town, and I sort of got caught up in Come on, guys, help me out with dialogue. Enough with your excuses, they make you look so pathetic. Tell her about the money. If you chose to ignore my orders, at least have the pride to stand by your decision instead of simpering like that. Ooh. The child you once were is gone. You must be a woman now. Have more pride in yourself. Do we get the feeling that Carmosa's not just mean, but actually trying to teach in her own harsh little way? Otherwise, you are nothing more than a lazy and useless little girl. At least you managed to finish the task appointed to you, though I take a little solace in that. Is it too much to hope that you managed to keep some of the money I gave to you? Oh, and then here we go again, upper right-hand corner. Right, the money. Give it to Carmosa. Well, Tobias asked for 200 gold pieces, but I convinced him to give me a discount. Is that so? Here are the 25 gold pieces I saved. Well, not bad for someone like you. Well, I suppose you could have done worse. Are you finally growing up? A little bit late, but better than never, I see. Return to your room. Sophia will bring you some leftovers from the dinner. See, this isn't going so bad. Not too bad. Carmosa almost sounded pleased. I better go to my room before she changes her mind. Oh, meanwhile... So it looks like we got a prince and a captain. My lord, I've been told you wanted to see me. I have been informed of the hostage situation at the marketplace today. I also heard that you handled the situation rather admirably. For that, I commend you. Thank you, my lord. But the truth is that I regret having to kill so many men. They couldn't even put up a fight. Such is the burden in those positions of power. We must make difficult decisions for the sake of protecting others. It is not a choice, but a duty. And you performed your duty to perfection. You honor me with your words, my lord. You deserve it. After all, my father, your king, has always spoken well of you. I know he even considered you a friend. If the king spoke so, I am honored by such confidence. Truly, what do you think of my father? How was it to serve under him? The king was a wise, skillful, and strong leader. I would have followed him anywhere. That is what I have heard from everyone who knew him. Already, I fade in comparison. Oh man, sounds like we got struggles in the royal palace too. This is crazy. My prince, I have not yet been crowned, as father's last wish was that I should find a wife first. No doubt he wished that I find someone capable of ruling by my side. Of course, every noble in the land is eagerly pushing an eligible daughter towards me. But I need a strong woman I can rely on, a queen who can support my agenda no matter how hard it's going to be. I am a simple warrior, my lord. I know very little of romance and politics. Plenty of whiskey, though. Ale, perhaps. Nonsense, my father trusted you in more matters than war. And I, too, am willing to do that. If your chandelier is swinging like that, you might have a problem. Please advise me, not as the captain of the guard, but as my friend. But I confess even my own palace is not a safe place for discussing such delicate matters. The walls have ears, and I would not wish for my search for a wife to become any more public than it already is. Might we go hunting together tomorrow morning? I think we would find the forest a safer place for a discussion. Such an action is dangerous, my lord. If something were to happen to you, there is no one to succeed you on the throne. Is that so? I cannot imagine anything safer than having the famous captain of the guard by my side. If that is what you wish, my lord, That is indeed what I wish. You can go now, friend. My prince. Oh, brave captain of the Royal Guard, first sword of the kingdom, veteran of the Renegade War. Reduced to killing common thugs and guarding market stalls, not yet aware of how obsolete his role is. These are different times that require a new kind of bravery and power. Our wars will not be fought using iron and fire, but gold and lies. The prince, formerly known as Prince. I hope you can adapt to these new times, my poor old friend. Because when I become the king and start realizing my plans, goodness knows I'm going to need someone like you. Okay, this might do it here. Oh, crap. Later that night. Finally, I have some time to myself after doing Carmosa's bidding all day. Still, it could have been worse. Carmosa was furious and I got nothing but cold scraps for dinner. You've got a fire, you silly girl. And then here we go, upper right-hand corner again. But at least I was able to get away from the house for most of the day. I always love going into town. I can't believe how exhausted I am after today, though. My feet ache and I feel so sleepy. I should go to bed. Carmosa certainly won't allow me to sleep in tomorrow. A knocking sound. Was that someone knocking at the door? Why would somebody be visiting at such a late hour? Silence, I paid you for your discretion, and yet you pound on the front door as if it's a war drum. Right, pardon, madam. I swear I'll be silent as the tombs are. Right away, mum's the word. Enough with your nonsense. The package is ready to go. Can I trust you? Oui, you wound my pride, madam. I am more trustworthy than an old priest in a confessional. Crazy dialogue there. Such an utterance is of little comfort to me. No one can escape Carmosa's biting tongue. Now prove there is some value to your words and go before someone sees you. ... I think he's gone. What was that all about? What on earth is Carmosa trying to hide? Maybe I should sneak out the window and try and follow him. He can't have gone far. If I leave now, I'm sure I can catch up with him. No, that's crazy. I can't do that. Oh, and you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? Just because I can, and I'm kind of a dick, and I'm gonna do this for me. I'm going to stop this now. I'm going to stop us at the option to stay in the room or follow the mysterious visitor. I was bad in the beginning, and I turned over a new leaf. Do I keep that leaf turned, or do I go back to my old treacherous ways? That's for me to know, and you to not find out, because in order to find out, you are going to have to go get this game yourself. And I'm going to keep playing, because I'm extremely interested now, and I'm not ashamed to say it, I'm having a good time. And I think all of you will too. So let's just make sure you get over to moacube.com and go pick up a copy of this and have some fun of your own. Maybe go ahead and let me know what kind of paths you chose, and we'll see what kind of story you turned up with. It seems like a good time. It seems like a pretty darn accessible game for everybody, and it's not one that is going to require a huge either time or mental investment. Yes, you could go ahead and map things out and have a great time that way. Try and figure out the role playing a little more in that sense. Maybe you're a much more talented voice actor than I am, because I'm not a voice actor at all. And so you would actually do some crazy, cool, fun voices, and not at 4 o'clock in the morning. So maybe you should go and get this game and make your own video and maybe send it to me, and maybe you chose a path that I didn't, and maybe I'll enjoy it, and maybe I won't. Maybe I'll tell you I didn't enjoy it, or maybe I'll tell you I did really enjoy it a lot. Anyway, you should go check it out. There will be a link in the comment section down below, or I should say in the description section down below, as well as possibly a few annotations along the way here. So everybody, Caleb out for the evening. This has been Cinders on a yet-to-be-named indie segment on this YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. We will catch you all next time.